Guten Tag, it's Rich from Hughes Kettner, and this is the Black Spirit 200. That's right, the brand new amp from Hughes Kettner here is here. Feast your eyes upon it. And now, this is just a little quick video from me to tell you a little bit about it. We're not going to go into the sounds because there are a bunch of other videos on our channel and on the channels of a bunch of friends of ours that you can already check out, where you can hear kind of the capabilities and the depths of sound that dwell within this amplifier right here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the features, the technology behind it, and that's it for now. We'll keep it as short and simple and humor-free as we can. So, you'll have noticed that this amp doesn't light up as blue as much as some of the other Hughes Kettner amps you know recently, and there are no tubes glistening away in the back. That's because there are no tubes in the Black Spirit 200. No, we have relied on a brand new technology for this amp, which we are calling Spirit. Now, Hughes Kettner has 40 years of amp developing experience within the field. Over the past 3 decades, we've made tube amps, we've made digital modeling amps, and we've made solid-state amps. They've all been pretty damn good. But now, what our chief designer, Mr. Bernd Schneider, has decided to do is take all the advantages of those 3 things, tube, digital, and solid-state, and meld them into one analog amplifier. And now what we have here is the Spirit technology, which he has spent years developing. Now it's finally ready. Can't wait for you all to hear it. But this is what it is. So basically what Bernd did was he modeled in an analog way all the best things about what happens within tube amps, for example, all the different kind of interactions between the neighboring gain stages. He spent years looking at those tiny things, those chaotic, magical things that happen in there that result in those beautiful sounds that we all know and love, and he's modeled them into this Spirit tone generator that you see here before me. Now, the Spirit tone generator is made here in Germany, and it's sealed on a PCB. So, nobody knows what it actually does. It's top secret. I don't know. Mr. Uwe behind the camera doesn't know. Only Bernd and a couple of other guys know. So it's top secret. Those guys can't even take the same plane together. The secret stays with them. So that's the Spirit technology. What does it sound like? Well, this amp has 4 channels: clean, crunch, lead, and ultra. Let's start with the clean. It sounds a little bit like this. So that was our good friend Jay Leonard J. Like I said, there is a whole video with him exploring the amp, which you can see on our website, on our YouTube channel. Go and check it out there. But the clean channel basically will go from the cleanest clean you could ever imagine to a pretty kind of healthily overdriven sort of a crunch sound as well. There are so many things that fall under that clean remit sort of sound that you've really just got to go with it, run with it, and with the different features you've got so many sounds you can do. Moving on to crunch, that sounds like this. That was our good friend Michael Wagner playing through the crunch channel there. The crunch channel will go from his kind of beautiful bluesy rock sound all the way through to kind of a pretty cranked sort of classic rock sort of tone. Let's move on to lead, which sounds like this. Josh Allen there on the lead channel. Now the lead channel is perfect for everything from kind of 80s classic rock sort of lead sounds all the way through to much more modern sort of stuff. It's got a beautifully tweaked compression, as you should know and love from Hughes Kettner amps already, and it sounds fantastic. Let's move straight onto the ultra channel, which is the heaviest of all the channels. Sounds like this. That was Jack Fliegler from Toxic X Eternity playing through the Ultra channel there. Another massive video with him that you can check out to hear all those modern metal, progressive metal and gent sounds. Go check that out. But basically those are 4 amazing kind of cornerstone sounds of the amp. Now let me take you through some of the features on the front and the back, because there's a lot to know, so buckle up. Right, so this is the front panel here as you see before you. There's not that many knobs on it considering you've got the 4 channels, but don't forget this is a Hughes Kettner amp, so everything is savable via our smart rotary control technology. You can save all the settings of all the knobs apart from the master volume, and you can save them into as many presets as you want using the iPad app, or 128 with the Hughes Kettner FSM432 MIDI board foot switch. So on the front panel you've got the standard input. Congratulations if you know what you're doing with that, you're ready to go further. Then you've got your standard chicken head knob selector switch for the 4 channels. You've got your 3-band EQ. You've got access also to a preset channel volume and gain. You've got here, using the effects access button, a second a second option for each of those knobs, so there you can control the reverb, the delay, and the 4 different modulation effects. But moving across to here, we have a new and revolutionary pot, which you can control. It has 2 functions. The first is sagging, the second is cab type. Start with sagging. What is sagging, you might ask? Well, if you've ever played a tube amp and you've ever cranked it to within an inch of its life, you know what sagging is. It's kind of that beautiful kind of bloom in tone that you get when you really start to push a tube amp. When it starts to feel different and it starts to kind of react differently under your fingers and you get these lovely, lush, rich harmonic overtones. It's that beautiful sound that people talk about when they talk about amazing tube amp sounds. Now, you can control that with this Black Spirit 200, and this is the first ever analog amp in the world to feature such a sagging control. Starting at 1, you can go from no sagging at all the way through to 8, which is the amp is about to explode, basically. So that's that control. You've really got to get and try one out because it really is a revolutionary sound and feeling experience. Now, the second function of this knob is for cabinet type. That has to do with the brand new red box, which is on the back of the amp. I shall explain that in a minute. But just moving over to the other side here, you've got the master section, you've got a master volume knob, which controls the overall output of the amp. You've got a presence and a resonance control. You've also got 2 buttons here. You've got a store button, which is for when you're storing your different MIDI presets, and you've got then next to it an effects loop button, and that controls whether you want the effects loop activated or not within your preset. So if you're using external effects pedals, you can either have them on or not within the preset. One knob I forgot is the noise gate here underneath. Now the noise gate is now programmable for every preset. Previously, with amps like the Grandmeister Deluxe 40, you could either have it on or off, but with the Black Spirit 200, you can select it and its intensity for every single preset, so that's brand new as well. Let's move over to the back panel then. We're just interested in this one side. Up in the corner, you've got an auxiliary in, so you can connect your MP3 player, your phone or something like that. You can jam along to backing tracks, you can play with your favorite bands and stuff like that. Next to that, you've got the effects loop. It's a serial effects loop. Underneath there, you've got the MIDI in and the out through, where you can connect your FSM 432 or your MIDI mode of choice, of course. And here we come next to the brand new generation of the red box, which is our industry leading DI out. And you connect it to whatever you want via an XLR cable, and basically what you can do is plug into a mixer or a PA, your recording software, whatever you want, and you can enjoy now up to 8 different cabinet emulations. That's it, we've built up 8 different emulations for the Redbox this time. So you've got a couple of 1x12s, you've got a 2x12, a 4x10, and 4 different 4x12s. You can choose from all those different sounds and enjoy them through any device you wish. Now, you can also select between mic and line level on the Redbox AE, and you can also turn the ambience emulation on or off. If you turn it off, for example, that's perfect for recording, and you can use your own favorite mic sims or cab sims, room emulations in your DAW or recording software. Your choice. Moving across, we've got the speaker out. What's also really, really cool about the Black Spirit 200 is that you can plug it in to anything. Well, you can't plug it into a fridge or something, but you can plug it into anything that makes guitar amps or even musical devices louder. Because of how we've worked this, it can be either set as a guitar cab or a full range cabinet. So you can plug it into any FR active PA speaker, you can plug it into passive PA speakers, you can plug it into studio speakers and monitors, you can plug it straight into mixers with the Redbox AE, you can even plug it into your hi-fi system, and it's got headphones out on the front. So basically, whatever you want to use to get sound out of this amp, it's going to work, and it's going to sound awesome. That's it for the back panel. What I haven't said is that this amp is incredibly loud. It goes up to 200 watts, hence the name, Black Spirit 200, but you can also turn it down to 20 watts, 2 watts, or even 0 with the Redbox AE Plus, and enjoy that beautiful Redbox sound at any volume level or at any time of day or night if you wish. But like I said, 200 watts are on tap there if you need it. It's loud enough for that biggest of stadium gigs that you're ever going to play. There are, as ever with Hughes & Kettner, a couple of extras. If you've got an iPad, you can use the official Black Spirit 200 app for iPad, which gives you access to all the controls on the amp on one handy screen, and there you can name presets and save presets and really go into depth with everything that you do. You can share those with your friends in the band, and we've got a bunch of other presets that we made with John Brown from Monuments and Jack Fliegler from Toxic X Eternity, from Michel Wagner, from Jay Leonard J, from Joss Allen, and from other guys that we've met over the past few months. Those will be available on our website. Go and download them there and enjoy them for yourself. But that's it, this was a quick introduction to Black Spirit 200. Like I said, there's a bunch more videos already out, and there will be more coming on our website, on our YouTube channel, and on the YouTube channels of various friends of ours, where you can find out a whole lot more about the amp and hear most importantly, you can hear how it sounds in all different settings with a bunch of different guitars and a bunch of different guitars. But I've been Rich from Hughes Kettner. Please sub to our channel because there's a load more coming, and we shall see you in the next video. Tschüss! Front panel, back panel, Spirit, Erklärung, Sagging, Red Box. Ich glaube, wir haben alles, was wir da brauchen, ne?